Our focus with Powerup DC has always been to provide expertise and resources to help you thrive and help you prosper and grow. We want to be a partner here with you, and this year is no exception.
Welcome to the Powerup DC 2025 Summit.
Here's a glimpse of what you'll get today. It will be one-on-one sessions and an opportunity for you to build your network and take your company to the next level.
We thank you for being attendee to Powerup DC, and I encourage you to make the most of the day.
We are DC HealthLink. Our focus with Powerup DC has always been to provide expertise and resources to help you thrive and help you prosper and grow.
I hope that many of you take advantage of this opportunity. If you look across the country, there aren't too many cities and states that have a commitment to small businesses like we do here in the District of Columbia. So I hope you make the most of it.
You know, small businesses, you are all creative, you're entrepreneurial in spirit, you're resilient, you have to be resilient, just everything that's going on. You help support our economy, you support our communities. So thank you again, and events like Powerup DC are just really critical in supporting your efforts and the challenges that you face.
I want to thank DC HealthLink for putting together this phenomenal event and showcasing the power of small businesses here in the district. Also, it's such a great opportunity to network, gain strategies, and learn ways to grow your business, especially in these times. So I encourage everyone, take what you learned today, build connections, and lift each other up, because small businesses thrive, our whole community wins.
Support small businesses. Yes.
The theme for this year's summit is empowering small business success in the changing landscape, and so we believe that if there's anybody who can tell us a little bit more about this changing landscape, please help me in welcoming him. Thank you, John, for being here.
I am sorry to have to report that today's small business landscape can really be summed up in one word, and that is challenging. In short, today's small business environment is the polar opposite of what small businesses need to survive. They need certainty, consistency, and clear guidance from the government, not chaos and confusion.
We're going to now transition into our opening plenary panel conversation, which focuses on a topic that is on the minds of all entrepreneurs and business owners who might be thinking about launching, growing, and scaling, or even just looking to sustain business as usual.
You are in for a treat with some phenomenal leaders who have great information to share with you, because this is indeed time for you to take back your power.
All small businesses have a banking relationship somewhere. Most small business lenders, they align the capital they give you with the need that you have. So it's imperative to understand what your need is and what that is going to do for your company.
Definitely attend events like Powerup DC. There is a lot of different lenders out there for small businesses, but not every lender is going to be the right fit for you. There are lenders that work with startups. There are lenders that work with more established businesses, right? So really understanding where your business is currently at.
DC has programs to support small business owners to better understand their own personal finances, your own business finances, as well as how to begin to have that conversation with lenders. So you don't have to learn that on your own, but that's part of the mission.
If your central functions of your company are located in the district, you're going to want to connect with the Department of Small and Local Business Development, because they can provide resources to you. And we also have programs where certain of our procurements are set aside. Just learn as much as you can about our agency, the Department of Small and Local Business Development, and also the agencies that you think you might provide something that they need.
So we are transitioning into the workshop tracks.
As women entrepreneurs, sometimes we're put in these positions where we're not, we're walking into the space, we're not necessarily what people expect. And there are ways to create a space for yourself.
It's not that the opportunities are not out there or they're not available, or, because I get a lot of people like, well, it's no grants out here anymore, or it's no funding opportunities. And I'm like, no, there are plenty. There's a plethora, right? But where I find most of the barriers come is that you aren't ready for funding.
You do not want to go to a CPA or an attorney in January. It's over. The year is over. You go in and say, what can I do? You can't do nothing but translate what happened. It's over.
AI is kind of like the new internet. It's the new electricity. But using the AI in the best way it's available to you, it's not taking anyone's job. It is redirecting your energy, and less of constant, body grinding, mind-numbing work, and more on finding your zone of genius and leaning into it, because something else can do all those other parts.
We'll usually use AI to sort of double check things. I always go back to talent because talent is so important. AI can do so much now, but it cannot replace curiosity, and it cannot replace focus, and it cannot replace interest, and it cannot replace soft skills.
So there are some pitfalls, but as it's learning, there's always going to be a societal lag. You may be moving at one pace while society is moving at another one, and it's your job to make sure that you continue to humanize your business. You continue to keep that human touch and that human feel, because you don't want to always make decisions based on what the computer said.
Attack, front to back, in this thing called rap. Figure like a shovel, rhyme double on a heavenly level. Bang the bass, turn up the treble. Radical mind, day and night all the time. 714, wise, divine. Maniac, radiac, winning the game. I'm the lyrical Jesse James.
The fact that people can come together amidst a changing landscape to make an impact, to connect with one another, to support and uplift one another is really important in this time especially. And it's really empowering and exciting to see everyone cheering each other on as they start or continue to thrive in their small businesses.
As we have people from all faiths and all walks of life gathered and coming together here today for this awesome opportunity to celebrate the blessing that small businesses are to this country.
So welcome to Powerup DC Executive Luncheon. Power up!
DC!
Sit down. Power up!
DC!
Sit down. Power up!
DC!
I am so ridiculously delighted to be able to introduce this amazing queen. If you don't know who I'm about to say and you've never heard of her before, I would really ask you to Google this.
After the unfortunate murder of George Floyd, the doors of opportunity opened for a lot of us, particularly those who were Black-owned, Hispanic-owned businesses. People realized that this equity and diversity and all that we were not getting, it was time for them to step up. And they stepped up whole scale. And all of a sudden, the brakes are on. And it's impacting a lot of us.
Before you leave, the chairman of the DC Health Benefit Exchange Authority, Ms. Diane Lewis, has something very special for you.
So it is so very important to have the work that you do continue. And we want to celebrate and we want to speak to it. And we offer to you the Certificate of Appreciation to Denise Rolock Barnes. Congratulations on the 60th anniversary of The Informer. Thank you for providing outstanding news coverage of politics, community, lifestyle, sports, and opinions for the African American community in the DMV region. And thank you so much for continuing that legacy.
Every business is different owner, different industry, different focus, different expertise, but all businesses have one thing in common, and that's their story. And so we want to take a moment out of today's program to really highlight some of the stories of folks who have powered up.
If you have a story, you have a business. Whether you are an aspiring entrepreneur, an established entrepreneur, storytelling and story itself is a tangible asset in our business.
And even businesses would come to me periodically and ask me to help them analyze their finances, understand what's going on with their money and whatnot. And of course, the little entrepreneur bug got in me, and I said, you know what? Instead of doing this for an organization, I'm just going to start a business. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to go out there and do this and get clients and do this for myself.
Flowers by Alexis is thriving today, not because we avoided adversity, but because we embraced it with heart, with hustle, and with hope. We kept showing up, even when it was hard, even when no one was watching, even when there were more questions than answers.
After the tragic loss of my fiancé in 2013, I was faced with the unexpected betrayal. His family attempted to take over my Powerup DC, the thriving business I have built with passion, love, hard work, sweat, and tears. But I refused to give up. I stood my ground and defended my dreams.
They all talked about their community, the people they're working for, their responsibility, and their passion about what they do. Those things are really important. So we thank you for sharing your stories. We appreciate that.
This is my first time, and it was incredible. I had an incredible time.
There is no monetary value that can be placed on this kind of event. What I can say is, this is an investment.
To DC HealthLink, thank you for caring about the community, providing resources, for giving us access and equity in a time where we need it. So thank you for thinking of us.
Again, this is 11 years in running. We need this event every year and more events just like it. So congratulations to DC HealthLink on another successful summit.
Whip, I snap attack.